integration. Zoom has an API that goes directly to YouTube, and it's preparing to live stream, setting up your meeting for YouTube Live. And it looks like it's having issues, but sometimes I work around it and see. And we have some issues. We'll talk about that later. Okay. We have an extra, it says this meeting's being live streamed. We'll see whether it works. I had some issues, but we always have issues. Okay. Welcome, class. I'm glad you're able to make it with me. Today, what I want to devote is talk about our project and talk about our project, not even what's due for next week, but how the rest of our semester is going to look. So we'll be talking about our website. We also, after we have chapter 12, the data analytics chapter due for Monday, and I'm going to create one more assignment on that personal AI. So we need, let me just have everybody's picture in here. Drake, right? And others here. And Francisco and Franco and Way. Okay. What I plan to do is go over the project in full of what is required. Then I want to have us in breakout rooms where you will go into your group session, and I will visit each group and see, basically make sure that I've approved your project. In your group session, what I'd like you to do is if you haven't done that already, start doing a Wix account, assigning each person in the group some of the activities, make each person in the group a co-owner, and we can start, and I'll visit each group. Okay. The one thing I want to do, though, in order for us to get that personal AI account to be upgraded, personal AI needs to know what email you used to create your account. Some of you did not even create an account. So I asked Dylan, he graciously agreed. You know how I volunteer my students here, huh? Spencer, I volunteer. And everybody, most of you are agreeable, amenable, right, to be leaders here in the group. And I asked you to help me out. So Dylan has graciously taken on this task to make sure that everybody's email is attached to your personal AI. So do you want to start, Dylan, and share your screen and tell people what they need to do in order for you to get it? Supposedly you sent out an email to some folks. So I'm going to leave it for you, and then I'll take over.
All right. So let me share my screen real quick. So if you see your name on this list, then personal AI does not have your email. So I'm gonna send a link to the spreadsheet now.
So this means, let me interrupt here. This means your name and all these 21 people have the wrong email, or the only ones that are blank? Which one?
Either they didn't use their school email for their account and personal AI needs their other email, or they didn't create an account yet and they need to create an account and then put their email onto the spreadsheet.
Okay, so for instance, Nicolette, I see Nicolette. Is she okay or she's not?
No, we need the email she used. Oh wait, yes, that's good. Yes, never mind.
Okay,
Those
so
are-
only the blank emails I need.
Yeah, those are the unfinished ones. So I sent a link. If you could please fill
Okay,
that out.
now
If you know,
if your name, because we have more than 21 students in the class.
if you're not on here, then they already have your email. And you're
Okay,
good.
so these 21 students, let me get it right. These 21 students are not correct, or these only the blank ones are not correct?
These 21 students are not correct, but the ones that aren't blank are students who already put their information in after I sent it out.
Oh, after you sent it in. Okay, you're setting this up. Okay.
Mhm.
Now
And
this is clear.
if
So
you
if
know
your
anyone
name is up there and you're blank, you have to send Dylan your
yeah.
put it in the spreadsheet.
And if you know anyone who's not in class right now that needs it to do it, please tell them also.
Yeah, or just text them.
Yeah. And if you have any questions, email me. I think that's it. So
Okay. Any questions?
oh, and then if you haven't created your account yet on Blackboard, if you go to web links right here, you can click personal AI slides, and then this will give you a little rundown on how to make an account. And I can
Just
also,
that first screen, right?
yeah, I can copy that link into the chat also.
Yeah.
So yes, please give me your emails. I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions? So you're checking Spencer and Dylan, you're checking the chat. So if there's anything specific to you and anything that I need to know, either
Mhm.
you can let me know. Anything, Spencer?
Sorry.
Are we okay with the chat?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, great. All right, guys. Now the fun begins. So let me share my screen. And this was the personal AI slides that under web links that everyone talked about before, right? So when you go to the personal AI slides, if you haven't set up an account, this first slide just basically tells you how to set up an account, and then make sure you send the email that you use, send it to Dylan. We got that. That's number one. Okay. Number two. Let's go to what's due. Okay. Couple of things here. This Monday, we had ERP in the Wiley Plus. And you can see right here, I presented it here, it's the same one, is the Wix slides that Ellery, the representative from Wix, just giving you do's and don'ts of getting the website. What I suggested last time is use the template. I'd say, why start with a blank template? Why waste your time doing the template? Just start doing the template. And she gives you a lot of things that we're going to need to know. I'll go over it in detail, but we'll be doing, besides doing the template, there's search engine optimization, where they have a wizard that you go through and set search optimization. So Google, for instance, can find you on their search engines. And then she goes through the SEO considerations. I want you to add bookings to your site, where you can use those bookings with Zoom, adding video conferencing. And as I mentioned before, in video conferencing, use a Zoom account that's not the university's, and your contributors to to your website, or your group members to invite people to be contributors. And we can skip this, Brandon. And adding events. She's going through this. Connecting to Zoom. She's gone through those. Now, for next week, on Monday, I've asked each group to submit a draft using the Wix free version. In the free version, what I'd like you to do is have some pages already done for Monday. When you finish the first draft, you publish it, and you'll put that URL, that link, on your audit area under your folder of your final project. And in your final project, you'll put that link so myself and everyone else can just click on that link, and you can click on other groups' links and see what they've done. So for Monday, what I'd like for the first draft using the free version is you can create a homepage describing your business idea, how you're going to solve the problem, what's the problem. Also do a page of your team, which is easy in terms of team headshots in each of the descriptions. Make sure that you publish your website and you paste that link. And you can see here that I've also attached again the Wix presentation. Now, once you have this, and you have basically also what I want to include, if you see in the future here, if you can do that, is I also want you to have social media accounts. So what I want is also in creating social media, you should use 3 social media accounts, and you can then decide who in your group will be in charge. Maybe there's a person that's in charge of all the media accounts, or there's a person, you can divide that up in 2, but there'll be someone, and you should start already posting in your social media accounts, and you'll create a true social media accounts just for this project. I also want you to add video clips describing maybe what you're doing, showing demonstrations of what you're doing. Once I've approved your site, and this in the social media sites and some of the video, you can already start. But once I approve it, I then want you to upgrade Wix to the Business Basic. And you remember we talked about it. Why do we want the one is that we're so lucky to get the Business Basic, we don't have to pay for it. And in the Business Basic, one of the advantages is that you can create your own domain name. So figure out what domain name you want, and you can figure that out. You can even see during this time if it's available. You can make, maybe if it's not available in .com, maybe it's available in Biz or one of the other extensions. And then that following week, there's a part of Get Found on Google. There's a wizard there to do all the steps. Of course, you'll have about us page, the teams, the bookings, the Zoom integration. And after your draft is approved, when you're ready to upgrade to the Business Basic plan, your group should use the following code. Where it's the payment, it asks for a promo code. This is the promo code you're going to put in. Copy this promo code, and if it says that you owe any money, do not continue. Everybody understand that, Catherine? That I want this promo code. If it doesn't accept it, we have to figure out from Wix what's the issue. Because I do not want, you understand, I do not want someone in this class to pay a penny for this opportunity. They've given us that academic. So once you upgrade that website, then you can move on to SEO optimization, because what? Google needs your URL, your formal URL, to start crawling to see how they can put you up higher in the search engine based on keywords. So there is, you'll see under the marketing, under SEO, you just go through wizards, giving it tag names and allowing Google to crawl your website. Okay. So this is on the 20th. On the December, I guess we're off, right? On that week, the 20th, we have class, and the rest of the week is Thanksgiving. When we come back from Thanksgiving, we have class on the 27th, and on the 29th, we have an exam that will cover chapters 4 and 5 again, and the rest of the chapters that we've covered in the class, including TG3, artificial intelligence, the ERP, and the data analytics. I'll try already, since we'll have the test on the 29th. On the 20th, I'll do also a review, along with your website being your basically your upgraded website is due on that 20th. I'll give you some comments. I'll also do a review for the exam. I'll give you a review sheet and the articles that you need to read. Probably the articles that we'll use, the questions will be on the about the cloud and also AI. On the 27th, we'll be back in class. I'll do a review again of the exam, and I'll also do a review of your websites. On the 29th, we'll be in class together. We'll take the exam in the same format as we did before. And on the December 4th, we will do our presentations. And our presentations, our full presentations, let me show you, under assignments and quizzes, under project, you'll see an example of the final class presentation. These are what was done in the past. You can look at some of the PowerPoints that were done in the past. You can think about it as probably each group will give just a short, brief description of your project for about 7 minutes. You'll have, you can use PowerPoint slides, and within the PowerPoint slides, put a link to your website, so you can actually then show your website as well. And you'll be talking in your presentation about the same thing. What's your business idea? What are you attempting to solve? You can show it via your website. What's available? What's the solution? You'll show your website, your SEO media, your SEO plan. Number 7 is basically the best way to do is just show it. You can divide up how the next steps for viability. What do I mean the next step for viability? After you have this proposed project, where do we go from here? We may go from there as I need therapists, or we may go from there, I really need to get sponsors. We may go from there that I need to get some programmers to do the back end. Where we go from there is we need to get funding. We need to get a grant. And then the other part will be team member contributions. So in this case, not only will you be graded as your overall project, but you will be graded on each team member's contributions. So what I suggest you do is even record your team meetings. This way, you know you have a summary from Zoom. Zoom tells you a summary telling what each person needs to do, and this way you have it. I will give you feedback as you present that day on December 4th. I will give each team feedback. And of course, this is going to be on Zoom, and of course, you're going to share your screens. So everybody will come on time. We will start with group 1 so we can finish and end with group 10. Once we finish that, I will give you feedback, and each group then can modify their project, hopefully slightly, based on my comments. You can also not do anything. And for instance, if I have comments, I'll say, this is great. I don't have any comments. Or I'll give little things that you need to do. And you know that if you've done all of those, you'll have time to make those corrections. So before December 12th, you will upload your final version. And what is your final version? Your final version will be a new recording in Zoom of your entire project, but rather than 7 minutes, I may tell you to skip this, or I've seen this already, show me what's new, or show me your social media. I'll limit you. In your final version, you'll present it as if it's a new audience. So you'll present it as formally as if you were going to be presenting it to investors, or you'd be presenting it to those that want to know about this project, or to your sponsors. So it will be probably longer than 7 minutes. Each person, again, will contribute to the presentation, but it will be formal, and it won't be back and forth. You can even rehearse it, decide how you're going to do it, do start, do end. You can even do, if you want, 2 versions. This is the best one. We'll take our second one. You'll record it, of course, via the cloud with no password. You'll upload that Zoom link, of course, with no password, to the audit section. And in the audit section, you'll have that folder of your final project. You'll include additional materials. So if you did a PowerPoints, you can include the PowerPoints. If there were additional URLs, if you wanted to do other Zoom recordings or video clips, you can do that. So that is where our class is going. So we will not have a final exam. We will have a second exam on November 29th in class. And when our final exam is scheduled, that's when all your work needs to be uploaded. So Spencer, if it's done earlier, you can upload it earlier. You understand? If it's done on December 8th, if you're finished on December 8th, that's fine too. So you don't have to be waiting. Also, what you will have, that I haven't done it, there will also be, based on that, and you will get points taken off, there will be a peer review evaluation as well. So I'll be giving, after you finish all your Zoom recordings and everything, there will be a peer evaluation where you will be evaluating yourself plus each member of your group. You will in detail describe what you've done for the project, and each person will do that, and then you will evaluate every other person in the group. So it will be specifics. It won't be, I was the cheerleader of the group, but really specifically, what have you done for the group? Okay. So Dylan, did that help?
Yeah, that was perfect.
So that way you know what you're doing. If what I'm suggesting is that you can think about it, you can look at some of these as examples, but basically your presentation should give an overview. But what I would really concentrate is, what do you need to show? Is your website, your social media, the SEO plan, what you've done, and and add along with it. Some of this you may not want to add in your website. For instance, your revenue model and your competitors may not be part of you understand, Dylan, it may not be part of your website, but you have to think about it. And when you say we have no competitors, there's no company that doesn't have competitors. It may be not exactly, but you have to think broadly of what is your competitor. So the answer is we have no competitors is always stars for me because I know it's not available. Questions? You have a question, Andrew?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Good. All right. So let's do this. Let's break up into breakout rooms, meet with your group. I don't know where everyone is, at least make instructions. You can even work now. We'll work till this class ends at what time? Is it 4:45? Am I correct? Dylan, when does this class end?
Either 45 or 50.
Yeah. So let's say at 4:40, we'll come back. I'll go to each group, so don't leave. So I'll be going to each group and seeing which each group is doing, seeing if you need my help, what questions do you have of me personally? And then we'll meet back at 4:40 and we'll take attendance and answer any other generic questions. But I think it's important that we do our breakout rooms. So let me stop sharing. And be good to see. Got to figure out now my breakout rooms. So I'm going to assign 10 breakout rooms and I'm going to have everybody join which one it is. So I'm going to let participants choose their own room. You choose your own room, at least figure out the details, what you need to do. Some of you are more organized than other groups, and I'll attend each breakout room and see what's happening. Okay? We're all right with that? Lily, how is it? Okay, do you understand what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to create them. You go into them. I'll be the last one to go in to make sure everybody's in.
Professor, where do we find the breakout rooms?
Should be on the bottom there. You don't see it?
Um,
It says breakout rooms, no? In process.
no,
You got it?
no, I don't see.
Here, let me sign.
I'm in group 1.
Okay, let me assign you. I'm signing you room 1.
Great.
Did you get it? Seb, you okay?
Yeah,
Worked
I'm just
out. I
texting my
got
group to see what group they're in.
Okay. What group are you?
I think 8 or 12. I'm texting them right now just to see.
Yeah.
We went to room 7, Sebastian.
7.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so now you got everybody there. And Drake, you okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Just waiting for you. And then I'll join. Priscilla, what's up? Priscilla, can you hear me? Priscilla, what group are you?
I'm going into my group. It's group 4.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Maybe not.
So I found it to be very useful. Right? I think it was, I think we got some good feedback. And before Monday, reach out to me if a group and you want to do a special Zoom meeting with me. I'm open for it. So we can schedule any group that needs more work with me or something like that, want to show me some things. We can even set up a mutual time that we can meet before on Monday. Dylan, do you need anything did everything get filled out that you needed?
We're still missing some. I can name drop them if you want.
Well, look in under participants and see if they're here. We don't
Okay.
need to name drop before we come back. Right. I think. Any other comments before I take it? Okay, so let me, Dylan, you can reach out then to some of these people. We can do
Yeah,
so
I'll
much.
send out another email.
Send out another email of what you're missing, and you may even want to maybe even see what group they're in, and then we can talk about it. And then you and Spencer can get together in terms we can see that where we can do the following. We can have by Monday, maybe we can have an assignment, think about an assignment if we get everybody. Okay, so let me share my screen. I think it was very useful. And let me go to my attendance. Oh, right. Let's see what happens. Loading the course enrollments. Did it say start checking? Okay, 6220. When you sign in, it's okay. If you need to stay with me, stay with me. Otherwise, I'm excited to see what you produce. Publish all your URLs so we can look at it on Monday. Okay. And Francisco and John. Francisco, everything okay?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good. I was just signing into the attendance. Thank you.
Good.
Have
And
a good
how's your
one.
group doing? Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
YouTube live stop. Recording stop.